I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this that exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. Took that open blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is in fact the If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jackie. Total war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear. This shit light work. It ain't on who got the gun, it's on who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow side, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he abdominal. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since. All the dominance of one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper, been this proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm growing them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they heat on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had a nigga spin like a tire, down the deep. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because U.P.K. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till till they bury me.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. Y'all to all the brothers. Y'all to all the sisters. I'm priest and officer 1000 Adia with the I.S.U.P.K, which is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. And you already know what we do in the UPK. We are the home of the truth. We teach the truth, thus says the Bible, man. The truth according to the Most High. You understand? We don't say what we feel like, what we think it is. We say it like it is. You understand? Right. And that being said, joining with me, we have Officer 1000 to I.S.U.P.K Toronto. You understand? We have Officer. Damn right. You understand?
Officer
Shawn 1. You understand? And also, you understand, the host with the most, you understand? We have also 50 right yellow, man, you understand? What's saying Christ? And you already know, you understand? We are the I.S.U.P.K Canada, man, under coming to General YAHANNA, man, you understand? If you want truth in Canada, you got to come see us, you understand? If you want the truth of the Bible, of how you should be living your life, or what's going on in this life, come in the UPK. Don't look no other places, man. You understand? Don't go, you understand? Definitely not go, you understand, in some purple group, you understand? They try to get the truth out of them, you understand? Nah, you understand? Come in the UPK, all right? All right, today we have a topic for you, man, about AIDS. You understand? We have a story for you. We have a couple stories about AIDS and everything. We're gonna let one play, you understand? We're gonna let one go, you understand? And see exactly, you understand, what it is. And this is why the I.S.U.P.K is necessary in our community. This is why, you understand, what we say is important, man. You're gonna exactly see why. This is why, you understand, when Bernard Briff said, well, we hate gays. No, we don't hate gays. The most I hate the action that the gays are doing. The most I hate homosexuality. You understand? But we love gays because we tell them the truth. We tell them, you understand, that if you are gay, you understand, you will get AIDS. You will get monkeypox. You will be plagued. You understand? Telling you the truth is love. It will never be hate. It cannot be hate. You understand? Also, Zabaj, you understand? Do you have the article of the question?
Come on, priest. One moment.
Come on, priest. You understand? We tell you the truth. You understand how to live your life.
Trying to
We
give a
tell
man
you the truth. You understand how to be.
high school student.
Why? Because we love you. We care for you. You understand? Just like God cared for us, and God gave us laws. You understand, on how to be, how to survive, how to live a life, what to eat, because God really loves us. You understand? If I tell you how to move in righteousness, it's because I love you. You understand? But if I lie to you and say, well, you know what, you could be gay, you could do whatever you want to do, and don't tell you, don't tell you about the consequences of your action, I hate you. You understand? And this is what we do in the UPK. We teach you the truth. We tell you exactly your action. There's a consequence behind it. You understand? And therefore, bring good fruits. You understand? Bring fruits, you understand, when people see your action. When people see exactly you're doing, it is something that is good. It is something that is wise. It is something, you understand, that others want to partake in. You understand? You know, I don't think, you understand, like somebody with a right common sense want to get monkeypox. You understand? I seen a brother today. I seen a brother today, you understand, with monkeypox on his lips. Now he was showing, you understand, inside of his mouth. You understand, like it's inside of my mouth. Well, you know what? You understand? The general said it already. You understand? Your flesh shows where the sin is. You understand? We already know what the brother Nami is doing with his mouth. You understand? Well, we warn you for that. We warn you against that. We warn you so you could be safe, so you could live your life well, gladly, healthy. You understand? But you hate us for it. You listen to Bernard Briff. You listen to Bernard Briff that tell you, you know what? Be gay. You listen to like a fake Jewish man You understand? That's in Israel right now. And that's having a gay parade in Tel Aviv. The gay parade in Tel Aviv is one of the biggest parades on this earth. Meanwhile, the same Torah that they use will say, do not be gay. Do not be homosexuality. It's an abomination. You understand? And there's more to what we're going to say. There's more to what we're going to say. Right? The signing links is provided. You understand? Go in and you understand, sign in. You understand? So you could, you understand, get your credit in the school. Hey, sister Jazz, Shalom. Sister YAHANNA. All right, also Bajo. Let me know when you're ready, all right?
God, the first article.
So like any brother want to say, add something, go hesitate, all right, Akim?
Come on, sir.
Come on, priest. All right. The eyewitness news. T possibly at Florida high school. Miami Gardens, Florida. Authorities are awaiting test results to see if
So, like, please, can you bring me to the other article? The next one.
Come on, you want the other one?
John, come back question, please.
Come on, you want the teen accused of trying to give HIV to a man?
Come, that one. Question. That one.
Come.
And after that, we move up to the one that you just was just reading, all
right? Okay. Give me one moment. My computer's just moving. Just a.
So Salakia, did you want me to take over the reading? It just sounds like you're lagging a little bit.
Yeah.
Salakia, all I'm getting right now is just a video.
It's supposed to be an article as well. The video, I think the video is on top. Let me just make sure, right? I think the video is on top, but it was.
Salakia, give me one moment.
Officer Shawan, do you have the article? The second one?
Salakia, Officer Adiyar. Officer Adiyar, can you hear me?
Go, please.
For the article with the teen accused of trying to give a man HIV, it's not an article, it's just a video. Right. You want me to just play the video instead?
Yeah. Play that, then after that we go to the next one, instead to the one that you was reading, all right?
Come.
Now, Israel, look at this exactly. Look at this good. All right, Israel?
Accusations. It's the story so many of you are clicking on at WCPO.com and sharing it as well. Now, on your side, Roseanne Aragon is live with reaction from her school tonight. Roseanne?
Correct, Tanya. She was a teenage high school student here at Don Community High School, a senior on track for graduation, but now she could be a felon. In court today, 18-year-old Don Booker now facing a judge.
Has no felony record of any kind, no failures to appear in her history. She doesn't live here in Cincinnati, as she has her whole life.
Her young life now in a twist. She knew she was HIV positive and allegedly had sex with a man, not telling him she had the virus until after. The report reads, Booker did knowingly attempt to cause physical harm. In Ohio law, that's a crime. Anyone HIV positive must disclose that information before having sex. But that doesn't all.
It's a short video. Y'all see what's going on out there? You understand? And this is why, you understand, the 6-month rule in the UPK is necessary. It's important. This is why, you understand, looking for the righteous woman and not just having sex with everybody is important, man. This is why what we say in the UPK will save your life. Now, if that brother would have followed Officer Zabadja, Officer Shawan, Officer Barakala, you wouldn't be in that situation, man. A teenager, you understand, a young woman, 18 years old. She has her life in front of her. Where did she get the age from, Akim?
Right.
You understand? It's crazy what's going on out there, you understand? 18 years old in high school. I never heard about that, when I was in high school. I don't know if you ever heard, you understand, somebody, you understand, a sister or somebody in your high school that had AIDS. But
The lockout one.
Go ahead, please.
I mean, back in the days when I was younger in the world, they didn't know nothing about the truth. There was that brother that was passing around AIDS to all the Levite sisters on the west side.
Damn.
Unknowingly.
Yeah. And it's crazy, Akim, you understand? And now, imagine this. All those sisters not knowing that they have AIDS, they're going to sleep with other brothers, you understand? Other people, you understand? And you understand? And this is how, you understand, you have an epidemic, you understand, situation. This is how you have, you understand, like, you understand what we have with coronavirus, man. You understand? It's crazy what's going on out there. I was listening to this, Akim, and reading the story that also Zimbabwe was reading. You understand? Y'all gonna see like this world is at an end, man. You understand? Without the UPK, man, everything outside the UPK is dead. Everything about, you understand, outside of the UPK is death. It's death, disease, pain, stress. Why? Because there's no knowledge out there. There's no wisdom out there. Nobody's following, you understand, what the Most High says out there. Meanwhile, just like the title says, if we follow the Most High Akim, there won't be AIDS in our community.
Right.
You understand? There won't be, you understand, monkeypox in our community. There will be no HIV, STDs, you understand, all of them in our community, because we follow what God says, man. There won't be high blood pressure and so on and so on and so on. Why? Because we follow what God says, man. 18 years old, Akim. 18 years old, and she have AIDS. And you know what she was doing? Passing the AIDS to other people. She damn well knew she had AIDS. What was she doing? Giving AIDS to other men. You understand? And I was reading an article before, and I mean back in the days, and it's something like a lot of people with AIDS or HIV, STDs, I don't know, like if it's a jealousy spirit, but once they have the disease, automatically they say, well, you know what? If it's a man, he's gonna say, well, a woman gave it to me, I'm gonna give it to every woman that I could. You understand? If it's a woman, she's gonna say, well, a man gave it to me, I'm gonna pass it to all the men. You understand? It's crazy how I understand, like those type of disease or that demon, you understand, just want everybody to die. You understand?
Yeah.
You understand? It's wild. 18 years old, I feel. 18 years old. And that's not the worst of it. You understand? That's not the worst of it. Now that person, you understand, she was having sex with the man she was having sex with, all he had to know, you understand, not to sleep with a whore. That's all he had to know, which is in the Bible, not to sleep with a whore. And he wouldn't be in that situation. Well, baby, I have it, maybe I don't. You understand? I gotta get checked because you understand. Maybe she gave me AIDS. That whore gave me AIDS. What was she doing before? You understand? Who she sleeping with? You understand? It's crazy. It is crazy, Akim. You understand? Somebody bring me to 1 Corinthians chapter 23, verse 17 by question.
So like 1 Corinthians and what other one?
23, verse 17.
Wakan.
It's crazy, Akim. You understand? These type of story are the type of story that makes you say, what the hell?
Yeah.
What is going on in this life, man? You understand? And I'm 18 years old, you understand? And you can understand, like, there's a lot of people out there that's just like her. That's just like her, you understand? They know they have the disease. They know they have herpes. They know they have chlamydia. And they're going to have sex with whoever, you understand? They could pass it to. You understand? They're just going to spread this, you understand, to whoever. This is why, you understand, being in the UPK is a safe house. Is a safe place, man. Why? Because we are protected against that. We are protected against those errors in that other peoples are doing, man. You understand? Go ahead, officer, when you got it, all right?
So like 1 Corinthians and what?
Is it 23 verse 17? No, it's like
3 verse 17.
No, 3 verse 17.
Chapter 3 verse 17. All right.
It's like
No, so that other one. It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 17. If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
Understand? How you defile the temple of God?
Salakia one. By indulging in sin.
There you go. Understand? By indulging in sin, by doing, you understand, what you're not supposed to do. That's how you destroy the temple of God. The temple of God is your body. Understand? To all you Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, the temple of God represents your body in this sentence. Understand? So, because why? Because that Holy Spirit that comes over you, you understand, comes into your body. That spirit that you understand that tells you to follow God, you understand, to be like God, you understand, not like God, like in the time of Eve and Adam, you understand, but to, you understand, to do what God tells you to do, to observe His law. You understand? That spirit comes in your body. You understand? That spirit comes in the temple. This is why your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Therefore, you cannot put everything that you want in this temple. You cannot eat pork. You cannot eat crab, shrimp, and lobster. You understand? You can't be a whore and have sex with whoever you want, because that you want to, you understand, keep that temple purified for that Holy Spirit. You don't want to be like you understand, this sister with AIDS and passing it to everybody. You don't want to be like that. And even the oppressor know that it is a crime. It's just like, you understand, you kill somebody. You understand, you sentencing somebody to death, knowing damn well that you are sick, that you are, you understand, full of disease, and after that having sex with somebody else. You giving that person a death sentence. You understand? Therefore, you killing that person. It is murder. You understand? It is equivalent to murdering that person, man. You understand? Your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Keep on going.
Khan. For the temple of God is holy. Which temple ye are?
The temple of God is what?
Holy.
What does that mean in that sense? In that
Salakia one. The word holy stems from the Hebrew word quadash, which means separate.
Separate. Understand? Which means you cannot do everything you want with your body.
Right.
Understand? Your body, you understand, belongs to God. You can't put everything that you want in your body. I know sometimes, you understand, the urges, you understand, comes, and if you're weak, you give into the urges. Fight your demons, man. If you don't know how to fight your demons, come into UPK. You'll learn how to fight your demons, man.
Khan.
Yeah? You learn, you understand, how to conduct yourself in the righteous ways, man. Fight your demon. Because life is about war. Life is about war. Either you understand you're winning or either you're losing. And when you have sex with a whore, you're losing. When you become a whore, you're losing. When you eat crab, shrimp, and lobster, you're losing. When you lie, you're losing. But you know what? When you obey everything that God says to do, you are winning this battle, man. You are winning the war. You understand? The real loser, you understand, is somebody that doesn't obey the law. That's when you will become a loser in this life. You understand? A man with no money, you understand, with no wealth, that obeys the laws of the Most High, he's not a loser. You understand? He's a winner. But you that doesn't obey, you that do not obey the law of the Most High, you are a loser, man. And that's why, you understand, just like the man that had sex, you understand, with that sister, he's wondering. You understand? He was wondering, well, do I have AIDS? You understand? Stress coming in his mind. Well, you understand? She told me I have AIDS. I'm gonna call my lawyer. She trying to kill me. She trying to kill me. Well, how many men are giving sisters now diseases? You think these prostitutes that you pay money to, you understand, they don't have disease?
Sure.
Yes, they do. You understand? Yes, they do. And a lot of you understand, have wives. You sleep with that, you understand, prostitute, and you go back to your wives. You understand? And have sex with her.
Right.
The Bible is against that. This is why, you understand, the title of the class is necessary. You understand? The laws of God, you understand, are the cure for what we see outside. The laws of God are the cure, you understand, for all this abomination, you understand, all the filthiness, you understand, that we see outside, man. And that's how we're going to have a righteous nation, a clean nation. Let all the nations have AIDS. Let all the nations have monkeypox. But what if we obey the law of the Most High and we are safe? And we just look at, I mean, all of the other race. Meanwhile, we're poor. We're in the ghetto. And everybody laughing at us because we are poor in the ghetto. You understand? We lack knowledge. But what if we obey the law of the Most High? Now we could, you understand? Laugh at them and look at you now with monkeypox. Look at you with AIDS. And that's how we're supposed to be, man. You understand? All right, you could drop that. The Officer Abaja, you could go to the article. Right? Question.
Come on, priest.
Now remember, she was 18 years old. Listen to what Officer Abaja gonna read.
All right, this is the article for Florida. Possibly infected with HIV after alleged sexual assault at Florida high school. Miami Gardens, Florida. Authorities are test results. HIV. She was.
You lagging a lot on our side. I don't know if I mean you lagging for everybody else.
It's lagging.
Question.
All right, no sweat. I'm going to
let Officer Shaw one read it. All right, Bubba question.
Officer Shaw, you want? Do you have the articles?
Salaki, just let me pull this up. Salaki, this is the why are gay men more at risk for HIV?
The first one.
Sir. Says, why are gay men more at risk for HIV?
The first one, the one that about the teenagers, you know, sent in Florida with I believe I sent it to you as well.
Slovakia.
Give me a second. The first one that I sent you, the first article that I sent.
Sir. Slovakia. It reads, teen possibly infected with HIV after alleged sex assault at Florida high school. Miami Gardens, Florida, authorities are waiting test results to see if a 14-year-old girl contracted HIV.
Wait, how old is she? She was like
a 14-year-old girl contracted HIV.
I can understand. 14 years old. 14 years old, you understand? I have daughters, I have sons, I can. You understand? It will be something devastating, you understand, to have, you understand, my daughter, you understand, or my son at 14 years old, you understand, to come in my house and, you understand, they have HIV. What is going on in this world, man?
Right.
What is going on in this world? It's something crazy, I can. 14 years old. Let's get more on the story.
Come. After she alleges she was sexually assaulted by 3 boys several times at school.
Damn. I am 14 years old. 14 years old, right? Assaulted by boys in the school. What are those boys watching? Who put those things in their mind?
Come.
You understand? Now, this is an old article, but you understand? It's necessary that we touch on it because the same thing is happening today. You understand? The same thing is happening today as well. There's no change. Why? Because nobody's teaching those young people, you understand? Those young, you understand? Teenagers, you understand? How to live their life, how to be. Meanwhile, we're going to show you something out of the Bible. You understand? Go ahead, Officer Shadow.
The teen admitted to WPLG TV she had consensual sex once while at Miami Carroll City Senior High School.
She had what?
She had sex once. Salaki, she had consensual sex.
What does that mean, consensual?
Salaki, I don't want.
Go ahead, please.
She chose to have sex.
Oh God! How old was she? Also, Shawan?
14 years old.
I'm not making this up, man. It's right there. 14 years old. Understand? She probably just got her period, Akim. Now that's a girl that GMS would love. You understand? GMS would love, you understand, the type of girl like that's now 14 years old. Just had your period, you understand? And like, this is some Arabian, I mean, type of thing. You understand? So like it. You understand? This is some Muslim type of crap, you understand? Some Islam type of crap, man. 14 years old and she consensual had sex. Which means she agreed to have sex at 14 years old. I'm 14 years old. You don't know what sex is, man. You understand? You don't know what you're doing at 14 years old, man. You understand? It's something crazy out there, man. You understand? Keep on going.
Come. But she claims she became a victim during several non-consensual incidents.
Now, she was having sex with these boys and everything. A lot of time, you understand those teenagers or I mean, young people having sex and everything. Not a lot of women do that as well. You understand? Once they have sex, they've been having sex, and they get caught, they say it was rape.
Right.
You understand? But the Bible says, now I mean, this is why even in the Bible we have laws. You understand? When a woman get raped, what do we do? What is the woman supposed to do, Akim?
Salak, one.
Go ahead, please.
She's supposed to scream the hell out of her lungs.
Right. Man. You understand? She's supposed to be like, he's raping me, you understand? Yelling, you understand, so everybody could hear. You understand?
Right.
That's why, you understand, following the Bible, we won't have this type of situation in our community, man. You understand? We won't have this type of examples, you understand, as you understand that before on our people. Why? Because we follow the Bible. We follow what the Bible says. You getting raped? Yeah. Teach your children how to yell. I remember, you understand, General Muhammad, you understand, would say that teach your daughter to yell. You being raped? Don't just understand. It's your uncle, it's your stepfather, it's you understand, whatever, whoever it is, your cousin, yell. He's raping me. That's what the Bible says. You understand? He says he's gonna kill you. He put the knife on your throat, yell. You understand? Don't just stay there, you understand, get molested, and after that, you understand, like when people ask you questions whether I was scared for my life and everything. No, yell. You going through something traumatic, yell. Cry out loud. Just like they say. Cry out loud. You understand? Keep on going.
Salakia priest, am I still choppy?
Nah, you too up right now.
Right, just to add on to what you're saying, right? Because, all right, so because the Christian church doesn't teach our peoples that sex is marriage and that sex is a sacred thing. Like when you would take a wife, there would be a token of virginity, right? And that would be basically her blood on sheets that you present to the father, right? It would be like the contract. Like our people don't understand that sex is such a dangerous thing that you're literally mixing bloods, you're mixing bodily fluids, right? And you could definitely get diseases. And because we're not teaching our daughters, right? Everyone that's outside of the UPK, we're not teaching our daughters that your body is valuable. A goddamn piece of paper and a metal rock that you dig out the ground and heat to make a ring does not consist of a marriage. And because we're not telling our daughters this, right, and our sons this, they're in high school having sex, right? And I know a bunch of females that I went to school with, right, all throughout the city, that they ended up getting STIs, right, sexually transmitted infections that they had to take care of, right? Now this young girl, she said she had sex consensually one time. Now, because she has sex consensually one time, she thinks that every boy she can have sex with. She doesn't know there are some boys that are predators, right? And this is for brothers as well. There are some women who are predators, right? And you think because you go into a locker room with a bunch of boys that you're not going to be sexually assaulted, right? You think that because you go into a locker room with a bunch of boys that you're not going to get some sexually transmitted disease, even if you weren't sexually assaulted. And that's what's going on with this young girl right now, because she wasn't taught to value her body and that her body is precious. She's going through it, and she's saying she's sexually assaulted now. Who knows, right? But if she was taught that things could happen to her, then she wouldn't be going through this, right? And for anybody who's ever been sexually assaulted, you should definitely seek counsel, right? The I.S.U.P.K, we offer counsel for brothers and sisters who've been sexually assaulted. Salakia.
Understand? And that's true, and that's why you understand. I made you play. You understand the video first, just like that sister. I mean that young girl. You understand? That knew she had AIDS and give it. You know, give it. I mean, trying to give it to that man. There's also women. You understand? There's also men that does the same thing. Now you're gonna go in a gang bang. Now there's orgies in Montreal. Now left and right. You understand? I'm on Telegram. I see group of orgies. You understand? And everywhere. You understand? I'm like, God damn, what's going on in Montreal? Well, in those group of orgies, there's gonna be, like, you understand, people, men and women, knowing that they have diseases, and they're gonna give those diseases, you understand, to the people in the orgies. Now you gotta be dumb, you understand? You gotta be unlearned, unwise, you understand, to partake in that, man. Just like when you have a gangbang, there's gonna be, you understand, brothers, sisters, you know what I mean, men, women that have diseases, and they don't tell nobody, and they just spread the disease to everybody. You understand? Meanwhile, the Bible, we have a code of conduct. You understand? What also the Bible was saying, you could find it in Deuteronomy chapter 22, right? Matter of fact, you understand? Somebody bring me Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 21.
Kanawakan.
You understand? Just to add up to what else the Bible was saying. We're gonna see exactly what you're supposed to do with a woman. You understand? If she is found that she was not at home. She was having consensual sex at 14. You understand?
Right. Her father should have told her that the man that she has sex with, she's supposed to stay with him. So you wanted to get married at the age of 14. Now stay with that man, because if she was told that, Salakia, if I may, if she was told that, she wouldn't be in a situation where she's around a bunch of young men, right? A bunch of young men alone, right? Without her husband, or a bunch of young men alone without her brother or her father or someone that could protect her.
God. And that's one thing that I was gonna go through next, right? Like, you understand, the Bible says, do not whore your prostitute your daughters. You understand? We prostitute, all this. Well, you have a boyfriend today, then you have another, you understand, leave him and have another boyfriend tomorrow, and you accept that. You prostitute your daughters, man. You understand? Your daughter should not have, well, I have a boyfriend today, daddy. Well, what's his name? His name is John. You understand? Then, you understand, 4 months after, well, dad, John wasn't doing anything. You understand? I don't love John anymore. Now I have Mike. And you accept that? Nah, you should tell him, hell no. Hell to the no. You listen, you chose John, you stick with John.
Right.
There's no Mike. There's no Mike that's gonna be coming in my house and be like, I'm Big Mike. Your sister, like, you understand? I'm Big Mike. Nah, you stay with John. You had sex with John, you stay with John. That's, you understand? And just like Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6 says, right? Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. You understand? This is what we do in the UPK. You understand? This is what you're supposed to do as a parent. This is what your dad and your mothers were supposed to do with you. It's telling you how to be righteous when you were young. Your father and mother didn't do it because they failed at being a good parent, man. You understand? All fathers failed at being good parents. Well, you know what? There's a good news. Now, you're not supposed to fail as a big, You're not supposed to fail. Now teach your children the truth. Teach your children, you understand, not to be a whore. Teach your children not, you understand, to venerate Santa Claus. Teach your children the truth according to thus say the Bible. And the only place that you're going to find the truth is in the UPK. You understand? You should come in the UPK and learn. Like this, you could teach yourself, your daughters and your sons the truth. Like this, just like that girl, you understand, that had consensual sex at 14. And after that, she say, well, afterwards, I was raped by a bunch of boys. And you understand, I might have HIV. Your daughters don't have to go through these things, man. Teach your daughters, you understand, if she's being molested by uncle, by stepfather, to yell out loud. Because why? The mother might not believe her. You understand? The mother might not believe her and be like, well, you know what? You're the one wearing the pum pum short in front of him. Now, when he comes in your room, yell. Teach your children that, man. Teach your children, you understand, how to protect themselves. You understand? Against predators that's out there.
Salakia, priest.
Go ahead, priest.
You just said something that was actually mighty heavy, right? Because and I don't think everybody caught it, right? But you said don't wear the pum pum shorts in front of him, right? Now that's definitely something that our sisters need to hear, because how you dress determines the situations you're put in, right? Now people are gonna say, well, that person's a monster because she's in a tight outfit or a revealing outfit. He sexually assaults her, right? But it is what it is, right? You got to take the good with the bad, right? You want to be like, it's good for me to reveal my body, right? You're not seeing that there are some men with demons on them, that they have no discipline, they have no love in their heart. They're going to murder you. They're going to brutally assault you and destroy your life. And you're going to need years of counsel, right? Or years of medicine, because you wanted to wear the dress that cuts very low into your cleavage, because you wanted to wear the see-through dress that shows only your underwear. Salakia,
if I may.
Go ahead, please.
You see, when some sisters be attracted to men who have their shirt off, or just showing off and everything. Well, it goes both ways. You understand? I mean, some men, especially those, all the men who are not in the UPK and those who don't have no discipline, you understand? They will fall for the lust of their eyes. You understand? They're not gonna think morally about what they're looking at, about what they're seeing in the world. They're just gonna fall for it. And next thing you know, they're gonna fall for sin, and a sister is gonna get molested at a young age, or a sister who's of marriageable age is gonna get raped because she's dressing in an inappropriate way.
And that's true, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like in the carnivals, one thing that they don't speak about when you see like the carnivals in Toronto, carnivals in Montreal, a lot of sisters get molested and raped during those carnivals.
Right.
Speak about that, you understand? And one thing also, like, you understand, I wanted to add on what our sister Buddy was saying, is that a lot of women, you understand, a lot of sisters, you understand, they dress their daughter just like them, they dress with the pum pum short. You understand? You teach that child, you understand, to wear the pum short since 2-3 years old. You understand? So when she wears the pum pum short at 10, 14 years old, don't blame that child. You don't want that buying her clothes. You don't want that buying. That child at 14 years old that's wearing the pum pum short, she didn't go buy her clothes. Who's buying her clothes? The mother. And what is that man that is not a father, or you understand? Whoever it is, you understand that? What is he seeing? You understand? He's seeing your daughter with a pum pum short just like you. And just like what SHALAM said, that man is full of demons. What you think he's gonna do? You understand? Protect your children, man. Train your child, you understand? Just like we read, in Proverbs chapter 23. Train up your child, you understand, while they are young. Tell you understand, put the long dress on your daughter. Tell them, now, I mean, not to wear, you understand, leggings, you understand? Don't do that, you understand? Don't put leggings on your daughters in front of everybody and everything. Don't let your daughters, you understand, or your kids run naked in the house and everything. You understand? And make sure you know, you understand, what type of man you should get. Make sure you don't take, you understand, a sexual predator, you understand, and bring him in your house. And a lot of time, you understand, those sexual predators are the other, you understand, just like what Sabbath Keller was saying, are the men that those sisters, I mean, those women love. You understand? All the men, you understand, with the, I mean, nice beard, shaved face, smooth face, and everything. You understand? I mean, walking, I mean, bare chest and everything. Understand? Those are the men that you like. Meanwhile, he's gonna have sex with your daughter. You understand? He's gonna look at your daughter with the pum pum short, and just like you wearing the pum pum short as well.
Salakia.
Go ahead, please.
Salakia, Officer Adia, who's holding the precept for you?
Salakia, I am out of one.
Khan, throw out a priest. Officer Shaywan, can you get me modest apparel? Right, because and then Salakia, Officer RDR, if I may.
No sweat, please. Go ahead.
Right, because it's heavy. Like again, sisters should be in modest apparel. Right, and you think okay, Salakia, Officer Shaywan, get that one, and then Baba Kasha, if I may, I do have another one, right? But our sisters are supposed to be in modest apparel, right? Our sisters aren't supposed to be in situations where they're just hanging around a bunch of men. Teach your daughters to not be so giddy when it comes to the pheromones of the opposite sex, right? Not to be so dizzy-headed when they smell a little bit of sweat on another man, right? Because good night, these sisters, they smell that after ball practice musk, and they make no goddamn sense. Like I remember I be playing ball, right? And Officer Shaywan, you see when we play ball, there's a bunch of young men. I'm getting a little older, but I'm keeping up. I'm letting them know, like, listen, I might look old, but I still move fast, right? In that same gym, there are a bunch of young girls. They in there smelling all the sweat, and the gym smells horrible. The AC doesn't work. It's in the projects, right? What are they doing in there? They're not watching the basketball game. They don't give a damn about basketball. They're in there looking for their high school counterparts, high school males, right? You got to teach your sisters to dress a certain way. Teach your daughters to dress modestly. Teach them that, listen, them boys are going to hurt you, right? You want a boyfriend or a husband so bad, bring that boy around, right? That's what you got to teach your daughters, right? Now, a good father is still going to say no until he believes his daughter's of age. And guess what? You could be 45. To a father, you're not of age, Salakia, right? But a sister has to learn that she has to dress a certain way. Officer Shariwan, if you could.
Come. This is 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Right? In like manner, meaning that like manner is the counterpart to them, the man. Like men dress. Now, if you've been to a Passover or at a high holy day, the men dress in beautiful garments that you're not caught out there wrong, right? You're not going to see any officer, any soldier, any warrior that's under commanding General YAHANNA out at a high holy day event in the gray track pants, right? That's what all these sisters be wanting to see. They want to see a brother in the gray track pants. You're not going to see it because the men dress in modest apparel, right? And in like manner, that's how the sisters are supposed to be dressing, in that beautiful long flowy dress that, listen, some sisters, they just, no matter what you do, you're going to see the curves, right? But you want to dress as modest as possible, right? To try to hide it, leave something for the imagination, right? Something that Salakia, the young man that you're trying to attract, he's gonna be like, well, damn, she looks amazing, right? Leave him something to wonder about, so he has the courage to go ask your father for your hand in marriage, instead of taking you to the high school washroom and asking you to service him there. Salakia, keep reading.
Not from sex.
Okay.
Good night, right? Officer Shaiwan?
Come. With shamefacedness and sobriety.
Right. You have to be shamefacedness and sobriety, right? Knowing that what you wear doesn't make you. Right? Was that it?
Allah, sir. Not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly array.
Right. How you braid your hair doesn't make you a wonderful sister. The gold that you wear, it doesn't make you who you are. It's not your everything. It's how you represent your father, how you represent the Most High, how you represent Commanding General Yahanna in this school. Right? That's what matters to you sisters. Right? Not if your edges are laid. Who gives a damn if your edges are laid? Was that the end of it?
Total concert.
Right. And just the whole point of what I'm saying is you got to wear modest apparel, because if you think that just wearing whatever you want is not going to have somebody attack you, you should read the book of Susanna, right? Because Susanna, she didn't wear everything she wanted, right? Okay. There were some men who were supposed to take watch over her, and they would spy on her, right? And they would see her while she takes a shower, and they kept watching her, and they let that lust that they had to abuse this sister, to live with this sister, take over. And that's what happens when sisters are outside consistently, right? You're outside consistently in the skimpiest of clothes. You're damn near walking past the same people every day. Right? You're gonna walk past someone that you don't even know is watching you, but he's watching you and he's waiting for the moment to take advantage of you. Right? And you could find that in the book of Susanna. Salakia, priest.
No sweat, you understand? That's what you say is powerful, priest, you understand? A woman gotta dress with modesty, man. And a woman with modesty, I don't know about y'all, but you understand? A woman with modesty look way better, you understand? Those skanky women, you understand, with the pum pum short, with the ass, you understand, all out, you understand? You can see all the, you understand, the cleavage of the vagina and everything. You understand? She looks way better, you know, because you wondering like, damn, what? I mean, she must have a treasure in there, you understand? Because I mean, she's not showing it to nobody, you understand? So she looks way more better, you understand, than what you see out there, you understand, than the whore, you understand, or woman, you understand, with a whore attire, you understand? She looks way better, you understand?
Right.
Also, Barakella, go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 21. Then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house.
Bring me one verse before about the question.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 20. But if this thing be true, and the tokens of virginity be not found for the damsel.
What is it talking about?
Salakia, if I may.
Go ahead, please.
In that context, because a virgin is a woman of marriageable age, right? And in a sense, we're also like she would not have known any men. When I say known, I mean like she would not have any like sexual relationship with any men, right? So the token of virginity is like meaning if the tokens of virginity be not found, meaning like she already had sex, right?
It's like, you understand, like when you have sex, when a woman has sex for the first time, she has a membrane, called the hymen. Hymen, you understand? it's like a little, I mean, just like General Muhammad was breaking that up properly. It's just like a little, I mean, like a blood membrane, and you know what I mean, you have to pierce it. Imagine just like a, I mean, like a bottle you piercing or something that you pierce. You understand? That's what happens. And you understand? And she will bleed because of, I mean, you break the membrane. You understand? It's just like, I mean, you pierce the bottle, then I mean, the liquid will come out. You understand? It's the same. It's the same principle. Now, if a daughter that I mean that you have in your house, you think that I mean that your daughter didn't have sex, and this it comes, you understand, a man like also, I mean, a mighty man like also Zabaja coming. Well, I love your daughter. You understand? I want to take your daughter. You understand? For myself and everything. Now he takes that daughter, and I'm swearing that my daughters, you understand, never had sex. She's clean. Now come to find out, also Zabaja do his thing. You understand? Spit his game. You understand? Next thing, I mean, one thing leads to another. Not that the hymen is already broken. There's no blood. You understand? Then also Zabaja could come up to me and be like, "Yo, what the hell you think? What did you give me, man? You understand? Why you give me this whore? It's a like it. Why you give me this whore, man? You understand? You told me she was pure. You understand? I give you dowry for it. I give you money for it. You understand? I give you my words that I mean and everything. I will care for it for the rest of my life. But you didn't give me, you understand, what was supposed to be. You understand? It wasn't a righteous business deal that we did. We had. Why? Because that daughter, you understand, already had sex. Just like that 14 years old, you understand? Our 14 years old, she said, what? I had consensual sex. You understand? I had sex with other boys. I had sex with, I mean, like, she didn't say how many. I had consensual sex. So she already had sex, you understand, with other brothers, you understand, other men, other young kids. Meanwhile, you think that your daughter, you understand, is pure. Keep on going. Hey, shalom, priest to Market. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Makhtah. Go ahead, officers of Barakala.
Khan. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 21. Then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house, and the man of her city shall stone her with stones that she die.
Now, also, Zabaja could bring, I mean, that you understand, he's gonna go to the priest, like, you understand, look, you understand, I'm asking for a woman that never had sex. I'm asking for, you understand, a sister, you understand, that didn't know no man. Well, this sister, obviously, you understand, she knew other guys. And this, you understand, this, in this precept, in this verse, all of you sisters, you're supposed to be clean to your man. You're supposed to be, you understand, come to your man. You understand, I present myself as a gift to you. Everybody remember, you understand, coming to America, right? Coming to America is, you understand, part of it is in the Bible. When you understand that girl, you understand, came up and I kept myself for you. You understand? That girl, that first girl, you understand, not the one that was that, you understand, like, I could do whatever I wanted, everything. The first one says the day, says from my birth, I was made to be your queen. I was made to be yours. You understand? Never had sex. I will do whatever you say to do. Well, that's how you're supposed to be for your man. You understand? Right. That's how you're supposed to offer. That's how you're supposed to conduct yourself for your man. Since the day of my youth, I was meant to serve you. I was meant to be yours. The white man put it in the movie for a reason. Where did he get it from? The Bible. Yeah. You understand? They get it from the Bible. But you know what? What did the brother, you understand, Eddie Murphy say? Well, I want a woman, you understand, that challenged me. You understand? I want a woman that made with her own mind and everything. You understand? Next thing you know, that woman living, you understand? He go get, you understand, a woman that already had sex with another man. A woman that belongs to another man. That's what they show us. They show us, you understand, we got to live in sin. That's why you have, you understand, daughters that are 14 years old, having consensual sex, And after saying, well, I was raped by, you understand, a couple got young kids, and now I have a disease. Now you got to check your daughter, you understand, and see if she has disease. Understand? Why? Because you understand that's what you follow. You follow the custom of the oppressor. You follow what the oppressor says. What about when we follow our own custom, man? There won't be no HIV. There won't be what we see.
Yeah.
Now, that's that daughter, you understand, that also Salaki also is about, I'm just using you as an example, right? Also is about your brain, and she's like, you know what? She's not a virgin and everything. What should happen to her also about you?
Salakia, Deuteronomy 22, verse 21. Then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house, and the man of her city shall stone her with stones that she die.
That's where the Arabs got the stoning from as well. You understand? The Arabs were big. The biggest, one of the biggest freaks that could possibly be are the Arabs. You understand? Matter of fact, you understand, a lot of Arabs, you understand, in Montreal, they're gonna tell you those women, you understand, they don't have sex in their vagina. They have anal sex. So when you understand like this, they don't break the hymen. You understand? Like this, when they have sex with a man, that hymen could stay intact. Meanwhile, they're having anal sex. A lot of men, you understand, when you read this, when you learn the stories of Montreal and Arab and everything, a lot of people will tell you that those Arabs will have anal sex and not have vaginal sex because they don't want to break their hymen. Meanwhile, they'll have, you understand, they're lost in other type of way. You understand? Well, you know what? If her hymen is already broke, we have to stone her because she was a whore. You understand? That's why you gotta teach your daughter how to be since youth. She's 14 years old. She should not be into having consensual sex. You understand? You should not allow that. Matter of fact, she's 14 years old. What the hell are you telling me about boyfriend and, you understand, girlfriend? Don't be telling me about boyfriend and girlfriend at 14 years old. Come back A+. I want to see A+ on every, you understand, topic. That report card better be A+, 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 A+. You understand? 98% minimum. That's what you're supposed to have. I'm 14 years old. That's how you're supposed to raise up your daughter and your sons, man. You're supposed to raise up your sons not to rape, you understand, a woman. Not be like GMS and everything. Understand? Not be like GMS and everything. But teach your daughters, teach your son, the righteous way to be. And you know what? If we follow this, there won't be no AIDS in our community. 14 years old, you understand? Daughters, 14 years old son won't get no AIDS, man. Because we follow exactly, you understand, something that is righteous, man. Because we follow, you understand, something that is straight from the Most High. But when we go against that, when we separate from that, we have death. And HIV is death. STDs is death. You understand? We're telling you how to live. We're telling you now, you understand, to stay alive in the UPK. We tell you, understand, to choose life. Only a fool will choose death, man. You understand? Matter of fact, let's get back to the article.
Come.
Also, Sabaja, can you take over for a quick second about question?
Khan, no sweat, priest.
Salakia.
Khan, what do we got in that article?
Salakia, 1 sec. My phone's just freezing up.
Khan, my phone was freezing up too. What the hell just happened?
Okay, Khan, I got it back. It goes on to read, in each of these alleged incidents, the teen said she felt she was pressured into the act and told the boys she was uncomfortable.
Right. Now, okay, so read that again.
In each of these alleged incidents, the teen said she felt she was pressured into the act and told the boys she was uncomfortable.
Right. So again, this is what we're talking about, right? And okay, so sisters, again, you're not supposed to be even thinking about any boys, right? You're not even supposed to be Okay, so in this article, does it say where this thing allegedly happened?
Come on, sir. It reads, this is what she quotes. He was holding on to my sweater really tight, and I was trying to leave to get back to class. And he kind of just pulled me into the restroom, the teenage girl said.
Right. Now again, right? And this is another thing, right? There's so many things we could say about this, right? This is Martin Luther King's dream right here. This is what happens when we
Right.
we decide to instead of having our own schools, we have schools with mixed children, right? Meaning children of different races, right? I'm gonna give it right back to Officer RDR, but if I may, right quick, right?
Go ahead. Please finish. You can finish.
Right, she's in her school where she's supposed to be safe. You send your children to a facility so you can go slave for your oppressor for 8 hours of the day, and you expect her to be around her own people, and she's supposed to be safe. There's supposed to be people monitoring hallways. With all the damn shootings that have been happening in these schools, where are the hall monitors? Right now, because this young woman, right, she believed that all boys are nice, and that she's definitely not taught that her body's a temple. She's not taught that sex is marriage. She's not taught that you shouldn't even be walking alone with a boy, right? Because we've all been in high school. What happens when a sister just walks alone with a boy, right? The whole school assumes that she's already sleeping with him, or that they're doing things together, or that they're dating, right? She's not supposed to be alone with him. This is just a horrible situation, right? Again, we need to train up our children in the way that they're supposed to go, as y'all so eloquently paraphrased earlier, right? Now she has to go in and get a test, and waiting for any test results, especially she's waiting for the test of the monster. Right? She's waiting for that monster test, that same blood disease that attacked the LGBTQ community when it first came out, just like monkeypox. Right? And as we get into our later articles, I'm going to bring out a precept. Priest.
No, so like I was saying, you read my mind. I was about to touch on that as well. Like, that's right. But where did all these children get the STDs? AIDS from?
Good night.
That's the thing. That's supposed to be. It's just like saying it's just like saying like those 14 years old. That 14 years old is at monkeypox. Where did she get it from?
Right.
That's supposed to be a gay disease. Where those children get it from? That's the question I have. I should ask that should be the main topic. Where did they get the HIV from, the STD, the AIDS from? So like, please go ahead.
God, and it's just that it's definitely a good way to segue into the other articles that we have, right? Because again, there's not too much more we can say about this. Listen, raise up your daughters to fear you and your rules in your house. Raise up your daughters to fear the Most High. She's not going to be around with no boys. Teach your daughter, don't be so fast in the pants, right? Have some modesty, have some shame, because a shameless woman is counted as a dog, right? Now, check this out. I was downtown, right? Not to be so long-winded. I was downtown driving around looking for an apartment, right? Finally got the apartment, right? Now I'm looking in the area that I'm looking for this apartment in, and I see a young woman. She's walking, and she has on the printers, right? Those are the shorts that Officer ADR was talking about earlier, right? They print the vaginal area of any woman wearing these shorts, right? And it's like damn near shorts enhancements, man, because it'll make you think that sister has something behind her, right? The way the shorts are set.
So like, how did you call them?
The printers. The P printers, right? If you're a Benjamin, you know what that P stands for. P printers, right? Salakia. there's two things that caught my attention in this scenario, right? First, this young woman is walking with a grown-ass man that looks like her dad, right? Second, this grown-ass man is walking with this young woman that looks like his daughter, and she's wearing the printas. From behind, you can see the bottom of her rear just hanging out of the shorts. From the front, you can see all the glory, the same glory that these ladies we were talking about are cutting off in surgeries in the UK and in America and in Canada. You can see everything. Con.
From the front, you could see the front.
Slovakia. You can see everything, right? You could definitely see everything. And the question is now, is that her father? And if that's her father, he's a sick bastard.
Right.
You let your daughter come outside looking like, how much is it for the half an hour? That's what she looked like. She looked like, how much is it for the half an hour? Second, if he lets his daughter walk around like that, where does she get the influence? She's getting that influence from her mother. He's a sick, weak bastard because he doesn't have the courage to tell his own woman to put on clothes. So now the daughter thinks she doesn't have to put on clothes, and he's walking with her proudly down the street. And if some man comes up to her and says, how much does it cost for the half an hour? The father is going to want to go to jail for murdering that man. When the simple solution was put on some damn clothes. Don't be so fast in the pants.
It's like us as a brother would say, you understand? We're not coming in the house without that. You understand? With that. We're not coming in. And us as a brother, I seen the same thing today downtown. And I'm in the old port today. I was walking with my two butterflies and everything. You understand? And I see the sister like me with the shorts. I mean, it does a triangle in the back, which means you understand the first part of the behind is outside, and she was with a
right.
Like you said, that looked like a father. I wanted to say something, but I'm like, you know what? We had the order, you understand? Just relax today. So I'm like, you know what? Damn, I wanted to say something like, is that your daughter or something like that? And the worst come to worst, she had a baby in the stroller. Understand? She had a baby in the stroller wearing those things, understand, outside of the public. Understand? And it was, we living in hell, man. Understand? And this is why, understand, we won't have this type of behavior in our kingdom. Understand? The oppressor will promote that. Well, you won't find no pum-pum shirt, you understand, outside in our kingdom. No woman in a pum-pum shirt, no woman showing, the goods that's supposed to be for a man. That won't be in our kingdom. Okay. All right. Also, Shalom, you wanted to say something?
So like just one thing, other one. Something else you brought up I thought was heavy. Just to the story was that when this girl was saying that, right? She was saying that allegedly that these boys just brought her into the washroom, just kind of pulled on her sweater type thing. And it was, imagine she had the wisdom of this Bible to know that if something really was going on, like you just start screaming.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that would cut so much nonsense out, right? That we see going on. It's lucky.
And that's why you understand, like I was saying, a lot of sisters, a lot of women will, you understand, because she will have sex with that man for a long time, right? She will have sex with that man for like 2-3 years. Once she get caught, she gotta say, well, he raped me. A lot of sisters, a lot of women does that. Understand? It's not the first time I seen that. Understand? Well, he raped me and everything, and that man will have to fight. Well, I didn't rape her. I had sex with her. Understand? Back in the day, we were having sex and so on and so on. But they will use rape. You understand? Well, I was raped and everything. They raped me. I want to talk about it and everything and so on. Go ahead, please.
So lucky, other one, and even especially to this young girl who, you know, she's 14 years old. You know what I mean? I remember some of those days in high school. A lot of those sisters, they're so worried about their image and how they look to everybody else. So they're gonna come up with a story like that saying, you know, these mans raped her and so. When really maybe she was just out drunk or, doing drugs, whatever it may be. She consented to something that later on she saw was foolish. And so she just comes up with a story. And that's not at all to say that every woman is out there lying and that horrible things are happening to women. I'm just saying that stories like that definitely exist, especially for a girl that age. Shalakia.
And what you said is powerful as well. We're not saying all the women, I mean, like situation like this in this those type of situation are lying. You understand? There's a lot of credible sisters now, but there's a lot of credible women when they were raped and everything. You understand? But all we say is if you would have applied the knowledge of the Bible, if your parents would have teach you the knowledge of the Bible, you understand? You might be you would you understand? Maybe that rape wouldn't happen because you would have known to yell and everything. He put his mouth over your hand, bite his mouth, yell. You understand?
Right.
So like bite his hands, and yell. You understand?
Salakia.
Go ahead, please.
As I read more of this article, right now, this young girl, right now, if this happened to her, right, we pray she gets the counsel that she needs, right. But she might not have screamed at that moment. But as we read the article, it says that after she broke down in the washroom, she ran and told her teacher what happened, right. So it's just sad that these daughters, they're not getting the protection that they need.
Just like
Right? And you can only blame, all the blame goes solely to the Christian church.
right.
Right? Like we were on Clubhouse the other day, and there was, I guess, the son of Eddie Long, or I think it's Eddie Long Jr. He's on there saying his father didn't molest those boys. Right? He's protecting him. Right? There's so much protection that we see for people who abuse our daughters and our children, right? And the everyone learns from these pastors that they could commit sexual assaults and get away with it, right? You see it. It's down there American culture to abuse children and get away with it. You can see it. Look at Hugh Hefner, the old white man from the Playboy Mansion. There are women coming out now saying that they were very young, or he was forcing them into orgies. Right?
That's a like a priest. That dude was a rapist.
God.
Was a rapist. That you having to do was a rapist. You understand? Just like they're not gonna put it out there because I'm saying it was just like the what's the Jeffrey Epstein, except it was popular and it was allowed. You understand? He was just like Jeffrey Epstein. You understand?
God.
Giving, you understand, woman, you understand, you want a woman to have sex with, you understand, you popular, you a celebrity, you a politician, you want to have sex with a woman, here. You want the youngest, here. Go to the dungeon, go in the basement and have sex with the youngest. I have the youngest in the dungeon, in the basement for you. You understand? If we would just like Jeffrey Epstein, it's just like they won't say it because everybody in this type of environment are doing exactly that. You understand? All right, I can. Is there more in the article y'all wanted to bring out? Because I wanted to bring those two articles. You understand? Just to travel in. You understand?
I think that's Tawab on the articles.
All right. You understand? Now, keep in mind, where did she get the age from? Where does age really come from?
Right.
Now let's get to the other article, the first one before the last. All right. The one from CTV News. Also, Shawan, you got it.
Come on, sir. Montreal AIDS Conference. Federal government announces $18 million for HIV testing.
How many?
$18 million.
Salaki Akim, can you put the image, because that image is strong. I don't know. Y'all seen the image, right? They're talking about HIV. Which image did they choose to put, you understand, in the article?
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead, Chris. Y'all gonna see, you understand, for all you out there, you understand, that's watching, right? Now, we you understand, we usually we say, you understand, that the HIV, AIDS, you understand, is a homosexual disease, just like it was back in the day. They were saying back in the day. Now, because of science, because of this, because you understand, LGBTQ community, you understand. Now, you cannot say this. Well, You're gonna see something. You're gonna see something. Just give it a few seconds. You're gonna see something, right?
Lucky, where is this image?
It's all the way on the top, all the way at the top, next to the title. That's why I was like, when I seen the article, I was like, what the hell? Why they use this image to speak against? You understand what they're speaking about? Why? Well, you know what? The UP can tell you the truth. You understand? Don't be homosexual. You won't have no AIDS. AIDS is in the Bible, man. Good. There you go. There you go, priest. There you go. Montreal AIDS Conference federal government announces 80 million for HIV testing. What does that image represent?
Good night. That's all of Sodom and Gomorrah.
It's right there in front of us. They put it in front of us. Then, because of the LGBTQ community, they're not gonna say, "Well, you understand? It's a gay disease. It's an LGBTQ community disease." They're just gonna put it out there for you in your face. Why they use that image? They should have used any. You understand? Somebody that is sick with the HIV, with the AIDS virus. They should have used that. Why they use the rainbow flag? Those people with the rainbow flag and everything. Why? Anybody?
Salaki, Officer Adia, can you repeat that?
Why do they, priest? Why do they use, you understand, those people with the rainbow flag right with the title? Why?
God, Salakia, I would say for two reasons, right? When the earth first heard about this disease, a blood disease known as AIDS, it was predominantly attacking the LGBTQ community, just like monkeypox is.
Right.
And the second is Salakia. They're the ones mostly. Salakia, how do you say it? Like the World Health Organization, they still believe AIDS is the gay disease.
And exactly, that's the response. That's the main response I wanted, because they know, they know that it is a gay disease. Now, I'm not saying that other people that are not gay are not catching it. I'm not saying that, but in majority, it is a gay disease. Now, you could go in the hospital. You understand? Who's seen the movie Philadelphia with what's it? Denzel Washington? Who's seen the movie with Philadelphia? Y'all seen that movie? All right. The movie Philadelphia is about, you understand, a white lawyer. What is the guy's name? I forgot his name. It's an Edomite, right? It's an Edomite that, you understand, that is a lawyer, and he's working in his firm, you understand, and everything. But he's a homosexual. Now, while being an homosexual, he caught AIDS. And Antonio Bandera, you understand? I believe Antonio Bandera is the boyfriend of the Edomite. You understand? The boyfriend of the Edomite. Now, Antonio Bandera doesn't have AIDS, even though he's homosexual. But the white guy, you understand? What is his name again? You understand? Yeah. He was the Slaki. He's one of the artists in the. Maybe the name just escaped me. You know what I'm saying? His name just escaped me. Anyway, but you understand? He caught AIDS, right? And he's a lawyer. Now they kicked him out of his firm. Now he goes to Denzel Washington and be like, "Well, can you represent me? Because they kicked me out of my firm because I caught HIV, I caught AIDS, and I'm gay." And Denzel Washington didn't want, you understand, to have anything to do with him, because you understand, throughout the movie they're telling you, I mean, the main idea of the movie is gay. Now, AIDS is a gay disease. Well, it is the same thing you're saying right now. It's on CTV News. You understand? It is the same thing that you're saying right now on CTV News article. You understand? This is why they use the red, purple. You understand? The rainbow flag. So like I say purple. You understand? But purple are gay anyway. You understand? Those, you understand, that rainbow flag. Those people marching, and they associated with gay. Let's ask Salah. They're associated with AIDS. Why? Because they're telling you that it is a gay disease. Now you could have, you understand, like go to the hospital. You take tainted blood from a gay person that they are checking correctly, and you have AIDS. You understand? That could happen. You understand? You could, you understand, have sex with somebody that you thought wasn't gay, didn't I mean was not lesbian, and have the disease. You understand? It might happen, you understand, that you cut the AIDS in the other way. But you know what? AIDS as a whole thing, as a whole, I mean disease, it is a homosexual disease. It is your blood going against you. Just like the Bible said it would. You understand? Go ahead, please. Let's get more on the article about the question.
Come.
Now y'all seen 18 million for HIV testing. What about the homeless though?
Right.
What about the homeless? How much money they're giving, you understand, to stop homelessness in Canada? Now there's a place in Canada up north, you understand, if I remember, British Columbia, if somebody correct me if I'm wrong, where the homeless were in the streets. They were in the street, they had the whole street, I mean the whole street. They were kicking out the homeless, you understand, from the street. Because it was in downtown and everything, everybody's saying the homeless in downtown. Even the homeless were saying, well, where are we going to go? We don't have no place. They're kicking us out, you understand, from this place. We don't have no place. How much money they're giving, you understand, they're putting for the homeless. The homeless in the hot water, you understand, also Brakia was in hot water today. How much money they're giving, you understand, to the homeless? Meanwhile, they know to put, you understand, money for the gays. They know to put money for the LGBTQ community. Keep on going.
Come.
Now, Salaka, remember also that girl was 14 years old and she had to get tested for AIDS. Right? Keep on going.
Come. Montreal Federal Health Minister Jean-Yves Duclos said Monday that the government will invest $17.9 million to increase access to HIV testing in remote communities and among hard-to-reach populations.
Why is that? Why? Because HIV/AIDS is a plague in Montreal. Even though you don't hear about it, it is a plague in Montreal. A lot of people in Montreal have AIDS. I was in, back in the days in the world, right? I was in the neighborhood, you understand, with the brothers and everything, Levites and everything. There was a sister, that came out, I was chilling over there, you understand, in a ghetto, you understand, one of the ghettos, in Montreal. I was chilling, in the east side. I was chilling over there every day. Now here comes, you understand, a bad-looking sister, and everything. Automatically, we made eye contact and everything. I was about to, to go talk to her. Now there's a brother, came up to me and be like, no. I'm like, what's up, man? She have AIDS. Her mother gave her AIDS. I'm like, well, she doesn't look like she have AIDS. She doesn't look like she have AIDS. Like, you understand, brother? I'm telling you, she have AIDS. And when I got the information, she had AIDS. Just she looked like any healthy, sister that's out there. AIDS is plaguing Montreal. It's just not, just like what you're seeing out there. It's just not popularized and everything. They don't talk about it much. But AIDS is plaguing Montreal, man. Because everybody having sex with everybody. Montreal is a small place. Everybody's having sex with everybody. You have sex with a sister, she has sex with almost all the neighborhood. Right. That sister had sex with a man, that man has sex with almost the entire neighborhood. Everybody's having sex with everybody. Understand? AIDS is plaguing Montreal. Those diseases are plaguing Montreal. Now, even if you look at it, you understand, monkeypox, like COVID-19 in Montreal was worse than in a lot of other places. That's why, you understand, in Montreal, it was longer, you understand, couvre-feu, you understand? You say, what I mean? When you can go out, from the city and everything, your curfew. Our curfew, you understand, was longer than other places and everything. Why? Because it's a small place. Everybody contact everybody. Everybody speak with everybody. You understand? Mm-hmm. AIDS in Montreal is something, you understand, they don't speak about. But you understand, you will find out, you understand, that there are people, you understand, there are young kids, young teenagers that's like 14 years old, 13 years old, they have AIDS.
Salakia priest.
Go ahead, please.
That golden path in Montreal is not so golden, right? that golden path in that village, it doesn't seem so golden after all, with all the plagues and all the diseases that are up against it, right? And if I may, I do have a precept I wanted to read.
Go ahead, please. Of course.
Barak Ya'Allah, can you get me Leviticus verse 20, Leviticus 20 and 13?
Leviticus 20 and 13 out of one.
Baba Kashad.
Canada Wakan.
Right, I'll give you a moment to let all the Akim get it, right, so we can all be on the same page. Right, you can read it when you got it.
Kawaka, 1 second out of one.
Right, because so now everything that we say, it comes right out of this Bible, right? If I may, everything that we talk about, it comes out of this Bible. We don't say much of our own thoughts, right? We say what the Lord told us, and we repeat it to the children of Israel so they can wake up and understand that, listen, you can't stick your rod wherever you want to. You can't open your legs whenever you want to. Right, there are consequences, right? It's like if you leave the stove on for too long, right, you're going to, and you don't check up on the food that you're cooking, you're going to burn everything that's in that pot. And if you don't come back, you're going to burn down your house, right? We're in that burning house because of the Christian church and their fugazi leaders, because of their gay leaderships, because Martin Luther King wanted to listen to gay men and tell us that we're supposed to love our oppressors, right? Now this is actually history. You go check out the people who were around Martin Luther King when he was having his orgies. Those are people of the LGBTQ community. Right. That's why everything was so, let's not be aggressive. Let your women get beat up, because the people of that community, they hate women anyways, right? And here we're not gonna have our women on the front line with us. Right, but again, there are consequences for everything you do. You can read it when you got it.
Khan. This is Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman.
Right, so hold that right there. If a man also lies with mankind, right? Barak Allah, what does that mean? If a man lies with a man, Salaki, if a man also lie with mankind.
Salaki, basically it speaks for itself, because it's just saying if a man because to lie with someone is a old term to be sleeping or to have sex with someone. So if a man also lie or sleeps with another man and has sex with another man, that's what it means.
All right, so now we got the context of this verse. If a man sleeps with another man, right, which this you're not supposed to do, right? You can't take two outlets and put them together and think you're gonna get power. There's no power flow. You gotta put the outlet in the socket, right? As you go up, each year boys, you need to put the outlet in the socket when they come of age, of course. Right, and that's gonna stop our communities from dying of AIDS. Right, keep reading. Also, contrary to popular belief, right, the socket is only made for one plug. Salakia, teach your daughters that as well.
Karawakan. Both of them have committed an abomination.
Wait, read up one more. After mankind.
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman.
As if a man lies with a man as he lies with a woman, it's a horrible thing. It's not to be done. It's the reason why the Lord is plaguing our nation with all these diseases. It's the reason why there's AIDS in the earth. Keep reading.
Khan. Both of them have committed an abomination.
They've committed a crime against the Most High, right? They've committed something that should not be done, right? Keep reading.
Khan. It's lucky, if I may, out of one.
John.
Real quick, for those who don't know, just like my big brother, Officer 1000 Zabaji said, they committed a crime against the Most High. But to be more specific, an abomination is something that the Most High perceives as disgusting, meaning that being a homosexual is disgusting. You understand? We don't have to accept any type of disgusting lifestyle, because the Most High said is disgusting for me, then it is disgusting to the children of Israel.
Right. Keep reading.
Khan. They shall surely be put to death.
They shall surely be giving life.
They shall surely be put to death.
They shall have a wonderful time.
They shall surely be put to death.
AIDS, HIV/AIDS is damn near a death sentence, especially if you don't have money like Magic Johnson. Right? There's an Instagram model that she's talking about how she slept with a bunch of celebrities and had AIDS for 10 years and didn't know, and now she's dying. Her body is withering away. Right? They shall surely be put to death. Right now here's the catcher. Right? Here's the kicker right here. Khan?
It's a lot of priest, you understand? When you look at Chris Brown was one of the person that had sex with her. When you look at Chris Brown today, he looks sick.
Right. Now, good night. It could be the AIDS, or it could be that cocaine and all these mollies and the oxys and the fentanyls and the fake oxys, which is fentanyl, and the fake Xannies, which is fentanyl that he's doing. Right?
Right.
Hey, you definitely have AIDS, though, priest. Whoa, it's a lot here. Lord be with that, brother. Right? Now we're gonna give you the kicker, right? Because AIDS is a blood disease. Right? It's a disease of the blood. Where I'm now, Salakia, we could go more into the technical side of it, but it's a disease of the blood. It weakens your immune system. Here's the kicker: AIDS doesn't kill you. Your immune system is so weak that you can't fight a common cold, and a common cold will kill you. Right?
Khan.
Baraka Allah, keep reading, Baba Kashah.
Khan. Their blood shall be upon them.
Now, who knows what that means?
It's a lockout one, if I may.
Khan.
If I may try. Let me try to link it with the current events that are happening today, right? We have the monkeypox and those sodomites, right, sleeping with each other, whatever it is. We could actually notice the sin that is upon them.
Right? Keep it more simpler than that, right? We're talking about AIDS. AIDS is a blood disease, right? Read the verse one. Read that last part of the verse one more time.
Khan. Their blood shall be upon them.
Right. So what's happening? Okay. Now tie their blood being upon them into the articles we're reading.
So like with that sister who was trying to spread HIV to other brothers. I mean, I'm not sure really how to formulate the sentence, but let me try. So basically, the sin, like she's carrying it.
Right. Okay, you could definitely say it like that, but a simple way to say it is they're going to get AIDS. Right? Your blood is going to witness on you. Your blood is going to be upon you, right? Meaning you're having illicit sex that you're not supposed to have. You're being a whore. You're being a whoremonger. You're sleeping with anything with a pulse. You're not taking the time to find out Do you have a disease? You never told this sister we should go have blood tests before we have sex, because sex is marriage, and we want to make sure that none of us are sick or having something that we don't know about for the last 10 years. Your blood will be upon you. AIDS is a blood disease.
Right.
Right, Akim? Y'all got it?
Karawakan, Tuara one.
Right. It's just like that. That's exactly what it means. Salakia, priest.
God, no sweat, priest. You understand? What you say is powerful, priest. You understand? That's why I love that I've been doing the class with us as a body, man. Also, as a body, always bring, you understand, some powerful thing in the class, man.
Salakia.
Give it, man. You understand? That's what we do for you. And now you understand the title of the, of this class. You understand? All you gotta do is follow the Bible. All you gotta do is follow the those precepts, and you will see that these precepts, these laws, that Bible is the cure for what you're saying for AIDS. We won't have AIDS if we follow the Bible. We won't have monkeypox if we follow the Bible. Matter of fact, also Shalom, bring me back to Jody, to the article. Go scroll down to Jody Moore.
So, like, is it the same article we have up right now?
Come,
sir. I got it.
All right.
Jody Jolly Moore, Executive Director of the Community-Based Research Center, a Vancouver-based organization that advocates for the health of people of diverse sexualities.
Of what?
Diverse sexualities.
LGBTQ. You understand? They advocate for them. Let's keep it going.
Said the announcement is a good first step.
Go ahead. Now, that money that y'all giving out and for the study and everything, it's a good step. It's a good first step. Keep on going.
Come. Obviously, this was not what we were hoping for. Jolly Moore told reporters at the same news conference.
What were they hoping for?
His organization is part of a coalition of community groups that has been calling on Ottawa to increase funding for addressing HIV from around $73 million a year.
Well, how much?
$73 million a year.
Go ahead.
To $100 million a year.
It's business. Now you have me understand. Those people that are not part of the LGBTQ, there's a lot of business to do. You understand? Out there, there's a lot of business to do out there. I might not be part of the LGBTQ community, but if I want to speak for them, I could get money. There's a lot of things that's going on, business and schemes and everything. Now they was talking about, you understand, like how much? 18 million, right? Now he said, well, that's not what we wanted. We wanted, at least 73 million to, you understand, 100 million a year. Meanwhile, black people in America get the crumbs. And the LGBTQ community are gonna say, well, we suffer just like the Negro, or fight or just like the Negro. That's a goddamn lie. They don't think about, you understand, giving us $18 million. You understand? Even to talk about 73, you understand, $million, $100 million. They don't talk about, well, let's put $18 million just for the Negro. Have you ever heard that, Akin?
Nah.
You understand? They don't say that. Meanwhile, for the LGBTQ community, they have that. So our fight is not the same. Keep on going, please.
Come. Jolly Moore said that while helping ensure people know their HIV status is one of the most important actions the government can take, in part because treatment can prevent people from passing the disease to their partners. More action is needed. Which
means they need a cure. You could go back, you know what I'm saying, the article that lower, you know what I'm saying, you're going to see a bunch of nonsense and everything. They want a cure so they could, do their gay things, and just be gay. But so far, it's for, you understand, it's among the people with diverse sexualities. right there. And which is called the LGBTQ community. It's right there. Which is me, just like Officer Zabaja would say, AIDS is a homosexual disease. Just like we say in the UPK, AIDS is a homosexual disease. Just like Officer Zabaja, you understand, showed you out of the Bible. AIDS is a homosexual disease. Matter of fact, drop that. Bring me to the last article about the question. Let's get, it's almost the end of the class. Let's get to the last article about the question. If any of you want to bring a verse, you understand, a precept, say something, I can go ahead. You understand? If anybody in the chat want to say something, also Tamakia, you understand, you want to say something, go ahead now. Put it in the chat, all right? Let's get to the last article. Y'all gonna see something.
It's a lock out of one.
Go ahead, please.
If I may, I have a precept, right? Which is Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17, right? And it reads, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Right.
You understand? And in the UPK, we teach that, you understand? We teach what the Bible teaches, that sex is marriage. When a woman has sex, have sexual intercourse with a man, that's his wife forever. She's not supposed to go out and jump from rod to rod, you understand? And then bring whoredom to the nation. You understand? There shall be no whores of the daughters of Israel, right? Because things like what happened in the article we just read, like that sister spreading HIV to other brothers, that will happen if she does not stick with one man. You understand? And also there shall be no sodomites out of the sons of Israel. You understand? Just like we were with Officer 1000 Zabaja, if I'm a paraphrase, right? If any man sleeps with another man, you understand? It will be considered as an abomination, something that is disgusting to the Most High. You understand? Right. So we should not, like, a woman should not sleep with more than one man, and any man should not sleep with any other man, just like any woman should not sleep with any other woman. You understand? That's just what I wanted to bring out, because it will not only will it bring whoredom to the nation, but it will also bring plagues such as AIDS, gonorrhea, syphilis, monkeypox, and whatever the Most High has in reserve for these sodomites.
Right. And Salakia, if I may add.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Right. Like what Officer Baraka Allah just brought out, right? In the two laws that concern whoredom and the law that concerns Salakia, homosexuality, the consequences of breaking those laws, if you're found guilty, is death. Right? And there's a reason why death is the consequence, because those are things we don't need in our land. We don't need homosexuality in our people because it destroys us. It kills us. Right? Not to mention all the pedophilia that happens because of homosexuality. Right? We don't need whoredom in our land because it will kill you. Right? Now listen, many sisters be having these friends, right? It's a friend that is, he's a homosexual, right? He'll still tear fire to a woman if his lust is if he's just being lustful that night. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's the exhaust or the box. A gay man is going into it, right? And then she's going to bring that disease that she got from him to her husband, right? And this is why whoredom and homosexuality, both those laws, once convicted, end in the judgment of death.
And just like, I mean, you just put it out. You know what I'm saying? You were coming close to what I was about to say. Like, sisters got to think about, like, women got to think about, like, wait, I have a disease. I'm having sex, you understand? Or I'm having, you understand, weird sex with everybody that I want to have. That, you understand, could give me a disease. Now, once I have a disease, I have sex with that man, that other man. That other man is going to have sex with another woman and give her the disease. So all your feminism, you understand, is dead right there. Because you don't really care about other women. You don't give a damn about other women because you having sex, you understand, random sex with whoever, and knowing damn well that that man is gonna have sex with another woman. So how much do you really give a damn about, you understand, feminism, woman power, take care of women? It's all about women. You don't give a damn about that, man. You don't give a damn about other women, man, because you know that your filthiness will bring disease to that other woman. Because that man that you're having sex with and you're giving your filthiness into is gonna have sex with another woman and make that other woman sick. Now you understand why, for you that's out there, you understand why this Bible is necessary in our life. Why these commandments is the cure, you understand, is the solution for, you understand, for these things that's going on out there. Just like we brought it up. If the father of that daughter, you understand, that's 14 years old, would have been in the UPK, that little girl would have never have, understand, sex, consensual sex at 14 years old, and she would have known to yell. You understand? I understand she went to your teacher. But while she being raped, she would have known to yell. So somebody, just like Officer Zabadi was saying, you know what I mean? Like the security would come, you understand, and be like, what's going on in there? He's raping me. You understand? They're raping me. This Bible is the cure for everything that we're going through in our community. You not following the Bible is because instead of the cure, you want, you understand, the plague. You want the malediction, like we say in Creole, which is the malediction, the curses. That's what you really understand. But for all you women that's having sex with, well, I could have sex, my body, my choice. I have sex with whoever I could have sex, I want to have sex with. Well, that man that you have sex with, it might have a disease. And that man that you have just had sex with, and you understand, and give you that age, you're gonna have sex with another man. That other man is gonna have sex with another girl or woman. Well, how much you really think about women since you're feminist? How much how much you really think, you understand, about loving other women and you are about women when all you want is have sex with whoever, you understand, you want to have sex with. You understand? Following these laws are brotherhood and sisterhood. You understand? Think about another woman. Don't be gay. Don't be lesbian. Don't have sex with whoever you want to have sex with, because that next man that you have sex with is gonna have sex with another woman. You understand? Have that in your mind. Right. All right, let's get to the last article. All right. There's the you put
So
go ahead, please.
just want to check my audio. Can y'all hear me clearly?
Salaka, please, you cutting you cutting up real a lot.
Time.
Okay, now you should. Officer Sean One, you got the last article?
Come on, sir.
All right, just read the top, and after that, go to the paragraph with the doctors, or where the doctors are talking. All right.
Come on, sir. Title of this article is Why Are Gay Men More at Risk for HIV?
Good night. Officer Zabati just read it out of the Bible. You understand? Officer Zabati just read it out of the Bible. Why? And that this is a question, I mean, in the government, you understand, we could say, health website. Why gay men are more at risk of HIV, of AIDS? Well, we've been telling you that because it's a gay disease. We understand other people, I mean, that are not gay could get it. You understand? Sometimes it's because of your choice. Sometimes because of the mistake of a doctor, instead of the hospital. They give you tainted needle, tainted blood, what's so on and so on. You understand? Just like I read an article where it was, I mean, like somebody that had the HIV that was giving blood, the blood was tainted, and they never really checked the blood. You understand? So that could happen. But it's predominant, and I mean, it's not in all its majority is in the gay community. Go ahead, Officer Shaw.
Come on, sir.
Let's go to the paragraph with the doctors.
Concert. There's a transcript between the doctors speaking. It says, this gentleman asks, why are gay men more at risk for HIV? Doctor says, we know HIV. I'm a doctor. I'm trained for this.
We know HIV. I'm a doctor. I trained for this, so I know what's going on. Let's go.
Come. He says, we're going to give you what you need. The answer to this question is not about who you are, but it's more about a numbers game. Since the HIV epidemic started in the 1980s, gay men have been at a greater risk and represented more of the new HIV cases.
There we go. Understand? Gay men has been in a bigger risk. I suggest you, Akim, watch the movie Philadelphia, right? Watch the movie Philadelphia with Denzel Washington. It's a long movie. I mean, like, I like lawyer type movie because I wanted to be a lawyer back in the days. You understand? So I said everything that has to be with lawyer and everything I watch. You understand? Watch the movie Philadelphia, even for your class, even for your topic like this, you will see things that you could grasp and you could get, all right? Watch it. You understand? Because it's exactly what they say in the movie as well. It is a gay disease. You understand? That's why it's written, I mean, in majority, predominantly in the gay community. It is a gay disease. That's what the doctor is saying.
Sure.
Come on.
Gay men, new HIV cases that we've known in this country and actually internationally as well. In this day and time, gay men still make up about 2/3 of the new HIV diagnosis.
How much?
2/3 of the new HIV diagnosis.
Actually, not too good in the Bible. You understand? Like even the sister, I have to tell the sister now. I mean, don't even look at that too good in the Bible because you understand. We want all Israel to be saved. Man, you understand? But now you have 2/3 of the cases now of HIV are from who?
Of new HIV diagnosis amongst gay men.
Gay men. Gay men have 2/3 of the new HIV diagnosis. You understand? They diagnosed with HIV you understand, in way bigger number than anybody else, any other group of people. Because why? It is a gay disease. Just like officers of God just showed you eloquently. It is a gay disease. It is in the Bible. It is your blood turning against you. And that's why in the beginning I was like 14 years old for a child at 14 years old, a woman child, a girl at 14 years old to have HIV. Or those children, you understand, are 14 years old to have HIV. What really happened to them?
Right.
Either they were born with it because of their parents, or some gay men had sex with them and give it to them. That's what happened. They're not getting tested blood and everything at 14 years old, at 12 years old, or whatever. Understand? It was probably a gay man, a gay cousin, a gay uncle, or some, you understand, bisexual men that's having sex, you understand, with gay men and women at the same time that raped, molested those kids. And those kids, knowing exactly about rape, what are they going to do the same thing, you understand, that as their rapists did.
Right.
You understand? And that's why you understand that child that's 14 years old, that little girl that's 14 years old had HIV. You understand? Had AIDS. You understand? Or was going into the clinic to check if she had AIDS. There's something crazy out there. Now you see, now I mean, you see exactly, you understand that those homosexuals, those LGBTQ, that LGBTQ community is a plague itself. A lot of rapists are in the gay community. You understand? A lot of, you understand, rapists are in the LGBTQ community. That's what was going on, you understand, in South, in the South, you understand, in Florida, where a gay guy, you understand, go into the bathroom of the girl and was raping the girl. And even the school system, you understand, was adding the crime of the gay guy. That happened recently, like a couple years ago. That's why those kids had AIDS, because of the LGBTQ community. Meanwhile, the Bible had the cure for AIDS. Don't be a homosexual.
Can
Like, can you give me more of what the doctor was saying? We close the class.
Con, sir.
Can you bring it?
It says, Salaki.
There's gonna be a part that's really interesting. You understand?
Goes on to say, so whether you like or not, just because you're having sex with other men, you are going to put yourself in a pool where you're having a greater chance of getting in contact with HIV.
That's what I really want. That's what I really. Now you have it. Now you see what Officer Zabaja was saying is the truth. Now you saying exactly what we say in the UPK or the Community General YAHANNA is the truth. We are the home of the truth, and we care about you. We don't want you to have AIDS. The night brief wants you to have AIDS. You understand? We want you to live healthy. We want you to choose life. That's the doctor that's saying it. If you have sex with men, you put yourself at a higher risk to catch HIV, to catch AIDS, because they're the one that are having it. It's right in your face. All right. Now again, this Bible, you could drop that piece. This Bible is the cure for AIDS. This Bible, you understand, is the solution against AIDS, against HIV. It's the solution against what we see out there, man. Now, what do you really want is the question. You want our people to be healthy, or to be a sick-driven or stricken people, AIDS-stricken people, you understand, and have AIDS, HIV, and suffering and dying and everything. We want you to live in the UPK. We want you to choose life in the UPK and the Community General YAHANNA. You understand? What do you really want for yourself? Now you have it in front of you. Understand? You have these laws and commandments that are the solution against what's going on out there. That being said, understand? I say shalom to all the brothers and to all the sisters that was tuning in. And to Makia, what's going on? You understand? Shalom, brother. You understand? Sister Jazz, to water, you understand? To water for, you understand, for being in class, tuning in, you understand? And for everybody else, you understand? Like and share. You understand? Like and share this class. And you understand? For those that's not in the UPK, don't be gay. You understand? Don't be gay. Don't be involved in the LGBTQ community. You understand? I'm to say to water as well to also I.S.U.P.K Toronto. You understand? With Officer Bible, Officer Shah 1, Officer Barkel to water, all right? And I pass the class to Officer Shah 1.
Okay, so let's clap it up for Officer 1000 out of here. Salaki, one moment. Salakia. These are the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves with the world. They need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. Ma'ashra means 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests is not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the Memorial of Blowing of Trumpets, which will be on Sunday, September 25th, which is the first day of the 7th month. You can read about it in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 to verse 25. To any brother who wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. With that said, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers and a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, I.M.A.D.I.M, which means stand in the Hebrew. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, I.M.A.D.I.M Shabbat. I.M.A.D.I.M, Barak. Yadya Matah, which means hands down. Sar, turn and face the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, I.M.A.D.I.M Shabbat. I.M.A.D.I.M, Barak. Yahweh Shema. Yadya Matah. Class dismissed.
All right, so Salakia. Don't forget, if you're still watching, next Saturday we'll be at Young and Dundas holding camp. A street speaking Benai Brief cannot stop us.
They're right. They're one side crack.